Hey, good morning everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm bringing you another video that I don't want to bring you. Hope my table don't fall. About the Pecron. You know, you see all these advertisements about Pecron, and they do all these tests in these labs, and everything works out just fine for some reason in those labs. Well, I'm going to tell you the honest truth about actually using a Pecron. So the first one I ordered was the E1000. And I thought it was pretty good, and I hooked it up in my office and all my stuff to it. When I pulled the plug on it, after I hooked everything up to the E1000, this is the E1500, the E1000, and when I pulled the power plug from this to see if the UPS was going to work, I noticed my computer went off. I didn't think nothing of it. I just hooked everything back up, turned my computer back on, and hooked the internet and all the stuff that you would normally hook up to one for a UPS, and left it running. And sure enough, every time I would go away and come back, if the power had went off for any time at all my stuff would be off. So what was happening was the AC part of the battery backup was not working. And sometimes it wouldn't even come back on. I would have to turn it all the way off and then turn it back on. There's a bird just showed up. He ain't gonna shut up. So anyway, it took me about a week to get them to respond through emails and messaging their website and stuff to get them to respond. And they finally sent me a return label, and I returned the E1000, which I really liked it. It fit better, it was lighter, it would go where I wanted it and everything. So they didn't have one to replace it, so they said for $123 you can upgrade to the 1500. Well, bigger is always better, right? Not necessarily. So I agreed to take this one, and it took them about 2 weeks to get it back. It took about a month for the whole thing, and I never was able to get anybody on the phone, talk to anybody personally or anything. It was all through emails after I finally got them to respond. So they sent me this 1500, and I was all excited about, man. And I've watched all these videos. I watched probably 10 videos about this 1500 Pecron battery backup. And I thought, well, now that's pretty good. But I don't know. So I'm not going to, I hooked everything up to my Jackery in there. And I'm just going to leave it hooked up to the Jackery because I've lost confidence in these things. I'm not going to rely on it for my refrigerator and stuff until the power goes out, and then I'll turn it on and plug the refrigerator in. I probably, now that I've had all these problems, I probably should have just asked for my money back and went with EcoFlow or one of the other brands, because once you have a problem with them, you lose faith in them. But the one I'm going to get off track here just a second. The one we use the most is this Jackery 300, this Explorer 300. We use this freaking thing every single day. And this is not a paid advertisement or anything for Jackery, because they're expensive. But we use this every day to charge tablets, phones, and whatever electrical devices we got that'll plug in here and charge up. We use this. And then what I do is plug solar in right here, and within about maybe an hour, if it's all the way dead, within an hour or two, it's charged all the way back up with one. I plugged 400 in here, but I'm actually only getting around 200 because of the length of the cables and stuff. But it charges it right back up. Then we use it for a day or 2 days before I have to charge it back up. But we use this every day. It's fantastic. And I have a bigger one, a 1500, looks just like this, that I'm using in place of the 1000 that I had my refrigerator and TV and internet plugged into in my office. So yeah, I do recommend these, but they're expensive. So getting back to this. So I watched all the videos on how they test all the AC and test all the DC. They talk about how great it is. and they're not getting paid a penny because it's a great product, and they just want to let the people know that this is a great product and it's cheap. I don't know about that. Number one, their inputs for their charging is proprietary. So if you want to hook a solar panel or anything up to this, you got to use their equipment unless you get adapters. So let me see if I can get into this fancy box they send. In this fancy box, you get a charging cable for the wall outlet. I don't know if we'll ever use this, but you get an adapter to plug it in right here, and you can actually jump your car or motorcycle or lawnmower or whatever. But this thing's so heavy, I don't think you're going to carry it around to do that. And then you get this, and this is where the trouble starts. Well, let me show you one more thing first. You get the cigarette lighter charger, which has a proprietary barrel connector that goes in to the 100-watt charging port. I'm going to talk more about that. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a 5-pin proprietary connector that goes in here. Goes in here. And that's fine because you can hook a solar panel up to it. But no. So I brought out 2 solar panels and looped them together. And they're 12 volt to 20 volt, I think, panels. I don't know exact specs on it. That's not really relevant right now. But I plugged them in and it didn't do anything. Nothing. It didn't charge at all. Nothing happened. So I do have an adapter that can go in here that I can plug panels into. So I instead of hooking them into this proprietary, I hooked them into this barrel connection here. And I hooked 2 100, well, I started out with one 100-watt panel. And it got like, I don't know, it was taking in less than about 50 watts or something like that. So I said, well, that's no problem. I got a pile of them in the shed. I just brought another one out and plugged into it. And with 2 100-watt panels, I was getting 97 watts of input here. 97 watts out of 200 panels with just a little short cable. I mean, a little bit longer than that, but not much longer than that. So I wasn't losing anything through the cable. Come to find out, this is only good for a max of 100-watt input for solar if you're hooking solar up to it. Now, if you're hooking it up and you have a car charger, you use your car charger, this thing here, the cigarette lighter adapter. If you use that, you're still, even if you have a high input alternator, you're still only going to get 100-watt input. So it's going to take a while to charge this thing. That's my biggest beef with this is you got to, let me see if I can get that about this input over here. Let's see, this is number 2. Okay, number 2 is a DC, and it's got to have 32 volts. So I guess you could string, I haven't tried stringing them together yet to raise the voltage because the ones I have are 12 volts to 24 volts. So you'd have to have at least 2 panels strung together to get, well, that would only give you 24 volts. So that still wouldn't be enough. It would take three of the 12 volt 100-watt panels to reach above the 32 volts to get it to start charging in here. But we've had a lot of rain here in the last few days and stuff, and the ground's wet, and I'm not going to do it right now. But when I do it, I'll do another video and show you if it works or not. But their panel, they do have a panel that plugs in here that they want to sell you, but I think it's like $300 or $400 for a panel. And these 100-watt panels I bought were less than $50 a piece. So if I have to put 4 of them together, you know, that's less than $200 compared to like a $400 panel that they make you buy if you want to charge their system. So far right now, that's all I have to report on it. If when the power goes out and I go to use it, if it works, I'll let you know. If it don't work, I'll let you know. But they have a really good looking product. They have a lot of good videos out there telling you how good they are. But if you look at the reviews and stuff, the comments on those videos, you'll see it. A lot of the E1000s, a lot of people having trouble with those. A lot of people. I was really surprised. So, and I was kind of wanting the 2000 because it has a 30 amp output on it. But then again, I don't know about the input charging system. Why they would why they would max that out at 100 watts for an input is crazy. That's crazy. That's just a software design that they could change easily. But and then, oh yeah, and the app. I know how to use the app. I had it uploaded on my phone for the other one, for the 1000. It took me 2 days to get this to connect to the app. So it looks good. We'll see how it works, and I'll get back to you on that later. But anyway, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And I don't know what the next video is going to be about, or when it's going to be, but I'll make another one as soon as I can. You guys have a fantastic day, and this is Harold signing out, baby. See you on the next one.